All right. So next game we have a Honolulu Blue, from what I hear, versus the Off Frontier Pirateers of the Buccaneers. And uh, here they come forth. Hence, here, there they was, there they were. The Lions persevere. So there was a lot of good favorite kind of plays
I love
and
you.
worst plays in the game. Um, Detroit ceiling. I wrote down here a word. Um, Mel Melifonu Wu. Melifon Wu ended up for the breaking it in there and giving him a good big hello hi Baker Mayfield tackle. That was one of my favorite ones of the play. Is seeing him getting a little tackled, and I was cheering for the NFC, but I do like to see him getting tackled a little bit. So that was my favorite play of the game. I'm sorry, Buccaneers. The Lions persevered, and I'm going to take it down, and we're going to go the opposite way down over to Delilah. What were your takeaways from the game?
Yeah, I think golf. Honestly, for me, it's golf. I agree with a lot of people who I felt like golf was sent to Detroit to die. When I say that, I mean like go away, play there. You're gonna be awful, and then you have to retire. I feel like they sent him away, and he was meant to not actually be good.
Mm.
He had 2 touchdowns, 287 yards, no interceptions. And so I thought that was, pretty great. I like Jameer Gibbs. I like that they have him running and it's not all David Montgomery. So I think that that's smart for the Lions, getting Gibbs more. Amon Ra, the sun god, as we like to call him, that good,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but also for the Bucks, I know that Baker Mayfield messed up a little bit, but you know what? He had a good game too. I know it's the turnovers. He recognized that last turnover as soon as it left his hand, and he was like, you could see in his face. I honestly felt really bad when he fell down to his knees and was like, ugh, because he knew the game was over. And so obviously that really was what sealed the win for Detroit, was that last pick. But Buccaneers, to me, you have your quarterback. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't, I think that Baker has really proved himself, and so kudos to him doing a good job there too.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel for them a little bit, but Baker Mayfield did a really good job for even the coordinators that were coaching them up until that point. I do believe, and I think that's a little bit of a buzz in the NFC is a little bit of the coach move around. Um, and Kate, what do you have to say, ma'am? I think you got some good things here.
All I gotta say is I would tweet stuff and then it would happen. If you want to see how Mad Man Kate works on Lions game day, follow me on Twitter. I was like, we need Laporta needs to get involved. We need to start getting into Laporta. What the next three plays? It went to Laporta. If Sam Laporta is one of the most underrated rookies in this league right now, I know a lot of attention's been put on C.J. Stroud and Willie Anderson for his defensive play and whatnot. But we have two rookies right now up for Offensive Rookie of the Year in Jameer Gibbs and Sam Laporta. So they have been dynamite. And can I just say what a wizard Brad Holmes is as a GM and how he drafted them? And he took them and people were like, well, what is he doing? What? I don't understand this. And it's been brilliant. And getting Brian Branch and getting all these rookie pieces that he's gotten this year has been phenomenal for our team. And Aaron Glenn coached a damn good, excuse my language, defensive game that game. He really did an amazing job. And Hutchison, his spin move to get to the quarterbacks and put on pressure and get in on those tackles on their running back, and slowing down Rashad White was phenomenal. And then Penny Sewell taking on some of their big defenders to not get Jared Goff pressured very much. The offensive line did a phenomenal job giving Goff a lot of time in the pocket. And it was just beautiful to see all the moving pieces. I love Amon Ross St. Brown. He does not get enough credit for what a strong and just gritty quarterback or receiver he is. We have this term right now that it's all grit. This team is grit. Dan Campbell is about everything grit. Ben Johnson, heck of a offensive coordinator, called a beautiful game. I mean, I can't speak enough to how good that of an offensive coordinator he really is. I mean, right now they say that he's probably going to be the Commanders' next coach. Sean, you get a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man if you do get him. But Dan Campbell is really the nucleus of why this team is doing as well as he is. Who's calling me sweetie? Ew. Anyway, the fact remains is, yes, the Lions haven't done this in a long time, but the Lions are doing things that most analysts, most people have said they'll never do. And that is get to where they are in the NFC playoff. They're 2 games away from a Super Bowl win. That's the one thing that Dan Campbell has stressed is 2 more. And I think they can beat the 49ers. I do. I definitely think they can go into the Bay. We travel well as fans. We break decibel levels at Ford Field. We are just cooking on all cylinders, and I just love what this team is doing. The defensive line has been brilliant. Everything's been great. So, yeah. But I love me some Sam Laporta when he and Goff get cooking. But you guys, I really badly want a Goff jersey, and they're all sold out.
Oh,
You can get every other player on our team, but it's hard to get a Goff jersey because you would think Aiden Hutchinson, being from Michigan, would be my boy, but it's Jared.
I like that.
So I love Jared Goff. I love that we don't have Matthew Stafford anymore, and I love that we're probably going to win a Super Bowl with him.
Well, to apologize to Alex and you for cheering for the Bucks before that game happened, I got my dog a little Lions mane for the next game coming in the mail. To cheer on the Detroit Lions. And we're giving some spoilers into our next section.
Can I just say, Mr. Anthony, I would go to Jared all day long.